Monster kill!
Battle begins.
I think the lane matchup into Void Dazzle should be fine as well. You're not really very pressured. You're going to rush Helm of the Overlord and start looking to control one half of the map.
Yeah, both the last picks definitely fit both teams' lineup. The Timber definitely gives Alliance the front line they were lacking. The Beastmaster gave Secret the initiating, the power damage that they were lacking. So I would say, like, all in all, I feel like both teams kind of got what they wanted. But looking at the drafts, I feel like if I were to choose between both teams' lineup, I would prefer to play Alliance's lineup. I think it's just far simpler, easier to execute, just lower risk in total.
Dude, I wonder if Alliance can pull a curveball here and actually trial in their Faceless Void aggressively and put Timber against Beast. I think in this game, one of the enemy supports is Omni Knight. This hero sucks in lane. So like you could probably get away. Dazzle's a really good tri-laner. So perhaps that's something that Alliance could explore here.
But would that be a bit like too greedy? I feel like with their lineup, if they're okay 50-50 of the lanes, they don't risk anything, I feel like their lineup has a really good shot later in the game.
We can theory craft this like the whole day if you want to, but I'd rather just see the games played out. I don't know about you. So let's head over to ODPixel and Fogged and see what's up.
Yes, thank you very much, Chief. Yeah, we're getting ourselves ready for the action here. Secret versus Alliance. Fogg heard it from the panel. Winter kind of likes what Alliance has got going. I think I've got to agree with him. It does seem that both teams, they got what they wanted.
Yeah.
The question is, Secret be able to make it work, something a little bit different. Puppey bringing back in the Omni Knight.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of maybe cockiness, a little bit of confidence coming into just because of the matchup that they're playing against. Because as you look at it, it's like not this very obvious Omni Knight pick. Sure, you're versus the Void, which can always be really beneficial, but he's a lot about like debuffing and dispelling things nowadays. Even though he's not played too often, that is what he is played for. So it's interesting. I think Alliance is just easier to play, but I know for everybody watching, this is Alliance versus Secret. Secret, of course, very favorable in this matchup, but overall from drafts, yeah, Alliance, they have a really easy way to take team fights. Secret just looks a little bit more complicated, but not like theirs doesn't synergize either.
No, absolutely. But we'll see what Alliance is able to bring out here. We heard it from Nico maybe before the game. They did have a tough previous series, but they're ready to come into this one, sort of shake it off, get back in, and show us what they're capable of with this current roster.
Yeah, I really want to look at these lanes. Like everybody's going to look at the mid lane, probably is the most important one. The Kunkka versus Puck. Kunkka tend to do very well in that matchup, and Nisha especially is one of those masters of the Kunkka, so I'm going to be mostly watching that lane. But yeah, lanes I think is going to be really important to at least dictate how Alliance is going to come the game, because Timber needs to get a pretty okay start, so I like what the panel was mentioning is like, is there going to be a potential for maybe this tri-lane, get Timber in a matchup versus Beast so he can have this super good advantage going into mid lane, and it does look like they're going to do that. Timber's going bottom, two supports playing around top with the Void. It is scouted. Of course, Secret does have some wards there, but yeah, and we're seeing both lane
Secret's going to do the same, They're going to take Rezo up to the top lane.
Trying to get some good matchups, so Secret already sees it, so Secret's getting the matchups they want. And look at Rezo, he's actually cutting through the... Maybe like trying to avoid a ward, to not give them the vision, the fact that he's actually up there right now. Now they see it, so let's see where the change
how musical are these lanes going to be?
They are going to be. They're really trying to get these matchups. The Timber versus the Beast, the Void versus that Razor, because Razor versus Timber will get absolutely nothing. All right, let's see how it all plays out.
Yeah, see what. So if you're Secret, then do you put the extra effort into moving again, or how important is it for you that you do try and force that advantageous matchup in this lane?
I think they're going to keep it like this. I think they're very happy with it. Because now you have this Beast versus Timber, where Timber's going to be very happy up here, but Beast will be able to get stuff as well down here. And then you have a Razor versus Void. Like, Void, sure, you can have these situations where you break Link, but it does sound like it could be pretty hard. He actually has Cookie too down. Does have a couple.
That's true, actually. That extra bit of distance could certainly make the difference, because indeed, on its own, Time Walk sometimes can definitely be chased down by a Razor. See on the mid lane indeed so far. She even on the it's just got a couple difference, but to denying a last hit either way. To what Wee's able to do. I mean, this game they've got some fantastic setup, of course. Alliance.
They do. They have a great team fight. Like it's just straightforward from the lineup. I mean, it's going to be a lot easier, like we were saying, for them to execute. But the tankiness on Secret is going to be pretty crazy too. The Omni, the Kunkka, the
lane.
Oh,
Desire. Fairy Fire. He's actually going to be able to survive there. They couldn't quite get the last bit of damage in. No first blood to be had yet.
Nicely done with that Scatter Blast to stop their attacks.
I mean, Puppey was ready to try and get it. Has of course, that Hammer of Purity ready to throw in that extra bit of damage. It's got to be very close for that, though.
They're gonna go aggressive. They're on Crystalis, cooking him forward.
See if we can damage here for Nico Baby. He's slowed down. We'll have to turn his attention over towards Puppey. Just doesn't want to use his time walk aggressively there. Too close to the tower.
One, maybe even one bash could have gotten the kill there. Two for sure. That was actually very close. And they stopped the pull. Let's see him. Side pull. Lane is getting a bit stabilized, so not bad down here. See what he buys on mid puck this time. I mean, it's obviously going to be the Witchblade, but I know we've been talking in the back room. Sometimes we've been seeing the chainmail picked up when you're in super physical damage mid matchups.
Oh, for sure, yeah, having that
Ember,
burst.
the Kunkka. You want some
Yeah.
type of armor to offset this massive damage that's coming.
We're seeing already how much damage Weehar's having to tank, but
Yep.
he's keeping it cool, and CS continues to be very even.
Yep, and he's got a small camp, so he's starting to pull forward a little bit. Nisha does have his available too, so he's going to probably start doing the same very soon. But nobody being left out in the dust. So lane matchups, as we said, Secret got the ones a little bit more that they wanted, I guess you could say, but Alliance not unhappy with these. They do have that Timber versus Beast. Yep.
Try and trade with Dakalis here, but Limitless is able to help out here as he heads over.
He's got a TP out.
I do to offer the TP, so a bit of harassment and drawing Limitless away from waves and away from resolution for a few moments. Bottom lane.
Trying to get aggro. They're doing a decent job of trying to pressure Chris.
We are
so far.
very low in the mid lane.
Oh boy.
Nisha can land a blind torrent. It's going to be very, very difficult, of course, with the orb and a phase shift available. He will try for it and won't be able to catch Weehar. We've still got to be careful, of course, for the angle of the Tidebringers near the creeps.
He does, and also there's a rotation. Zayats is actually smoked after he TP'd to base. He's going to look for Weeha.
He's got the backup of Dakalis. Phase shifts up. Jump forward with the Waning Rift.
He's got
the heal, but there's the grab with the Dispose, and that'll set up for Nisha to take him down and get first blood against Weehar.
Oh,
Would have been able to pick up Dakalis as well here with the X-Mark torrent combo from Nisha. This is going to be both kills. Unless he can get the denied to Rosh, he can. Dakalis will at least be able to hand his life over into the hands of Roshan.
Oh, what a play by Zayats, though, right? The top play, he TP's back, smokes, quickly runs mid, knowing that he wants to play around the 4-minute rune. I think it's probably Weeha telling him, too, right? He's like, dude, I have... Or, sorry, not Weeha. He probably has Nisha telling him, hey, I have Weeha sitting at like 20% HP. If you come mid,
yeah,
if we stop getting a rune, he's going to be screwed. So, excellent move there from Zayats.
He's hovering around as well. Maybe seeing if they find another opportunity to punish Weehar. And, of course, the second time, that's certainly going to hurt. The orb's been used. They've got to come in with TPs. They cannot afford for Weehar to go down here a second time. Jump forward. Weehar's got the orb up in a second. He'll get a quick heal from Dakalis. That will allow him enough time to have that orb to come back available and jump back to safety. Very important that Dakalis comes in there. If Weehar's going down a second time back-to-back in the lane, it's going to hurt big time. Alliance, they hold strong.
A little bit of anti-synergy there. The Dispose happens. The Torrent's actually in the position where the Dispose originally was, so they probably would have gotten that kill if the Torrent does connect, so a little bit of misplay, but thankfully for Alliance, Weeha does survive.
I think it's one of those moments where, you know, they don't necessarily know, like, the phase shift, the orbs on cooldown for that 1 extra second, so they're going to just use the Dispose. It's not wanting to hesitate.
So this all means, though, that the Kunkka's going to get 6 really early, and they're going to continue to be able to play this kind of pressure here around Weeha, which could be concerning, because he is really the most important hero to make those rotations around the map. The other cores are very independent, they need to stay inside their lanes. They don't want to be moving around, so... And yeah, we see there, the link's not broken.
No, indeed. It's in the lane, it's not as great as it maybe would seem on paper. The time walk, not quite got that distance that you would like it to have when you're up against a Razor with that link and that chase down potential at the slow at the plasma field.
I love that Zayats is playing, honestly. He's just continued to sit around the mid lane. 6-minute rune's about to kick off. Nisha has this big advantage now over the puck, and now he's going to have a rune as well. And he knows this is Beastmaster. He knows Rezo is actually just fine top.
He might look for a kill on this. It's just a level 2 Dazzle. He's got the setup with the X-Mark into the boat.
Easy.
Going to be another kill here for Nisha around this mid lane.
And Puppey now also even walks into the enemy jungle, and he gets both the bounty runes. So 6 minutes, we have those double bounty spawned. Now we're seeing the difference in the net worth. 1K lead for Secret off the start. With the lanes that they wanted to get to be fair. Very good timing. Yeah, Rezo. Even though, as we said, you know, the Timber, he gets a free farm lane, so does Rezo. So Dominator's going to be done any second now. Got to make things a lot easier for them to pressure, because that's why they picked this beast. They didn't have the greatest of tower pressure.
Bottom lane.
He's still linked.
Indeed again. Nico Baby's going to lose an incredible amount of damage. And that means that Desire won't stand a chance against Crystalis and Puppey.
starting to get pretty tough. 3-0 lanes. We're seeing these setups here from Secret looking very optimal. Nico Baby now not really able to step up versus this Razor when he doesn't. Now we're seeing that big Razor advantage. 15 denies.
Top lane. So Secret with the three of them. I'll look to set up for some kills up on this side of the map now. They have the Roar thrown down onto Ducalis. In the death of the Dazzle, Limitless, of course, very tanky with the 3 points in reactive. Not really at a point of the game where Secret, as the three of them, can tackle the Timber, so he'll be fine.
No, he's going to be the one that's tough to kill. They'll have to bring the Razor, or they'll have to get him like pre-reactive stacks with the Kunkka combo, because they're quite physical dependent early.
Yeah, I mean, what sort of measures will they be taking to deal with the Timber? Are we going to see one of these heroes go for the Vessel?
I don't really think they need to worry too much about the Timber already at this point, gotta be honest. Because Timber's one of those where it's like you dominate, if you're gonna dominate hard early, but as the game progresses, they will have solutions for you, and I do see those solutions.
They're going to try and get aggressive.
Nico.
Onto Crystal.
He's dead. Desire might die too.
Oh, that hurts. That was rough. That was rough. They wanted to go in. They cookied forward. They committed. But yeah, it did. Weather was not great. Crystalis, he had the lightning out. And yeah, he's going to be very happy with that.
He gets pulled back in.
They get the dispose onto Weehaw. Torrent will be dodged, but they'll still have a bit of a chase down with a rebound. And Grave will give Weehaw the chance to jump back to the safety of the high ground. But yeah, that bottom is going to be rough to come back to. I mean, we're seeing Nico Baby return to the lane, but he's got to be so careful now. Crystalis just got 2 kills solo.
Yeah, and the thing that what they're doing is actually so nice. And the reason I was highlighting Zayat so much is because what he's doing is he's just shutting down Puck, and now there's no rotations that can happen on the side lanes because Puck keeps getting hit by this. Weehaw keeps having to go back to heal or dying. And now everybody's just susceptible every single time.
Some clean stuff from Secret here. They're speeding it up now. 7-0, 2K lead. Pretty much everything outside of Limitless's farm and sort of space that he's had up top. It's been rough for Alliance here in this opening.
Yeah, he should get this kill on Puppy, though.
He's got heals. I mean, Puppy can a little bit more time.
He's going to be able to chase him all the way, so it should be a guaranteed kill at least.
It's going to take him some time. He'll be able to give himself some bonus strength in a second Puppy. Oh, okay, no, won't quite be able to live long enough. So they do get the kill there. Back over the mid. Roars at the ready, but Desire, quick cookie over towards Wee. Breaks him away from any follow-up of Secret. Secret immediately do back off after what was quite a deep attempt. They're going in for the Roar beyond the tier 1 up until the tier 2. Alliance won't let them get away with that.
Yeah, it just continues emphasis though, mid lane, right? Every single time like Weehaw shows himself for even 1 second, they bring 3 heroes to try to collapse on him. Another D ward just kicking off there as we saw. Secret, I think they got one a little bit earlier too. So vision right now for Alliance is pretty limited. They have the 1 ward bottom. That doesn't even really protect Nico Baby because he's versus the Razor.
He might need some help. He's going to go for the TP out, and of course nothing at the ready to stop him. So we'll be able to get himself over to the other half of the map. For Alliance, they've got to do their best to keep some sort of area safe for Nico Baby to get this farm, as he has had a rough start. Those 2, the deaths there earlier, putting him in a position where he is the lowest net worth out of the cores. So Alliance, they've got to set it up for the Nico Baby recovery. The
scary thing is too, it's like it's Void, so he doesn't flash farm, right? And Razor, Kunkka, Beastmaster, all these heroes flash farm incredibly well after having successful lanes too. So Void's recovery outlet is kind of just going to be through his team making plays and getting him back in the game rather than him actually doing much of anything. So I think if he comes in and joins, besides with like Snapfire ult with Chrono, he's not really going to do too much. So yeah, a lot of pressure it feels like on Wii, on Limitless. Especially Limitless, I feel, because he's been given that free lane. Now he's got to make something big of it.
Rezo able to put a little bit of pressure on this bottom lane. Indeed, Limitless always going to be ready to sort of just sit himself in these positions, ready to just deal with this pressure.
Yeah.
Make sure that Secret don't get too much of a free chance to hit onto the tier 2s.
Yep, give the Void the nice easy lane. You take the hardest lane possible, at least slow down the pushes. We want to go mid eventually next on the Timber so they don't go for that tower if you see Secret setting up. And we are seeing it.
Zayat put the setup in the mid. Weehaw put the X mark, the dispose into the boat. Carlos will have the Grave. There's going to be one more orb from Weehaw, and that might just save it. Oh, the Tidebringer. That must have been at the maximum range there. Nisha able to cleave down Weehaw off the hit onto Ducalis. They take out the both of them. Now, see Nico Baby and Desire coming for a bit of a smoke moment. They do have the combo. They've got the Chrono and the Kisses. Secret might not be prepared for this, but
they
also might be too late for an opportunity there as the tier 1 has already gone down.
Yeah, they have to be careful though, because if they don't get the Omni inside of it, those heals will come out and Void won't do any damage because Guardian Angel if they're in the area. So, yeah, not going to be able to defend the tower. That's scary already. 4K. Limitless wasn't there to defend in time. I think he had to be there a little bit sooner because that tower is so important. And Weehaw a couple times now. using that orb aggressively and getting punished for it. Like they're look,
They were
like
immediate,
every
yeah.
single time he uses orb or waning rift or both, and then they just jump him.
I did look this Tidebringer here. I thought he may have been safe, but that must be sort of right on the edge of the sort of the cone of the reach of
Yeah.
Tidebringer, as Nisha was able to find him.
He was so speedy, right? He still had the, I believe, the rebound buff, so he was moving like hasted movement speed
Yeah.
on Kunkka. He can catch up to that orb.
Absolutely made the
And now,
difference there.
Orchid's done. So he's bought this item to now make Weeha's life even more miserable.
And this time Weeha won't be the focus, so maybe it will be as well. They try and go for Ducalis, forcing Ducalis to grave himself. Coil's
Okay.
going to be dropped down there. Have the kisses, maybe a chance for some kills in return. They still lose Wee, but they'll take out Zayats. Limitless, caught by the X mark. See how much Ducalis can do to help out. Doesn't look like he can do anything at all with the silence thrown down onto Limitless. Secret showing that they have no problem killing even the Timber at this stage. As the chase will continue, Puppy chucking out the hammers at Ducalis. 12-2, Secret continue
Dominating.
to indeed smash this early game. 12 minutes in, it's still early, but it feels like Secret quite a few steps ahead already.
Even a chrono used at the back end there. After the fight kind of goes up, that's why you saw the tip come out. So Nico not even having chrono now for the next 2
I
minutes.
didn't even
of the fight.
where did that happen?
It was on the south inside the jungle versus I think Rezo in
Was
like
sort
a
of
1v1.
just to save himself
I think
for-
it was just
yeah.
for him to disengage because he would have probably
I think
died.
it must have been.
But yeah, over and over again, we're seeing Secret there putting all that emphasis, shutting down the puck, now itemizing, shutting down the puck. And also, I think, little thing, I think that Keen Optic caught him off guard. I think he thought he was out of range of the Marcy, and then the Dispose range because the Keen Optic actually grabbed. It's going to continue to be a really hard game, as we've been saying for him. And already 6K lead, itemizing to shut down everybody, 2 more. Yeah, so really solid as we expected.
It's a very good catch, Secret.
Yep. Even though, as we said, you know, Alliance's draft on paper
On bottom.
did look
as
okay,
soon as
but-
the orb's used, Secret there to pounce. I mean, it feels like you can't even use the orb at this point.
No.
Every time he does Secret, they're just prepared. They're ready to immediately make that move.
I really want to just give a lot of credit. Like, it's Nisha who's doing the big damage, but it's Zayats who's doing the heavy lifting of being able to catch and just keep everybody shut down. It's like he's just doing such a good partnership with this Kunkka.
I mean, he opened up the mid lane
everything.
right from the start
Yep.
to make sure that Nisha got this lead. Top lane.
Oop.
Oh. Okay, Ducalis, yeah, he'd already used all the spells. He had nothing there left to do. He was hiding in the trees. Crystallis, he gets him.
Oh boy, that's a lot of circles drawn on the map there from Ducalis. Frustration coming already 8K lead. It just feels like they have nowhere on the map. Like even Limitless now, bottom. Gonna commit everything onto him. He's tanky, but not tanky enough.
Yeah, they can definitely kill him if they press all the buttons, and that's exactly what they do.
Yep.
They've
Well,
been
this is
doing
rough.
it very well this game, Secret.
Yeah. Just playing around Nisha, like 6-0-4, itemizing perfectly. And the game now for Alliance, they're not gonna even have the damage. As we mentioned, they have their ult combos, but now their ult combos, it's too late. Everyone has 2,000 plus HP. All the cores are unbelievably tanky on the side of Secret, plus they have healers in the backline. And they even have, I mean, something we didn't even get to talk about is they do have even saves in Chrono. They have Dispose. You can throw people at him.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's a lot of defensive abilities,
So
right?
much.
Puppy can sit at the side, buff you up,
Yep.
and Isha can just throw down the boat upon you, delay some of that damage that's coming in. Many things to make sure that even if Alliance do find that perfect 5-man combo, might not quite go the way they need it to.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find the ways for them to get back in the game, but I think they've made some... It's 2-16, obviously, it's a 10K lead, but I think they just made such crucial errors, at least, especially like the mid-tower dropping and just Weehaw getting shut down so much. He needs some more help. I think they just needed to bring the supports or something to offset
They
Marcy
did
a
have
little more.
Ducalis hovering around
They
the
did,
mid,
but
you
I think
they
maybe
needed
even more emphasis, honestly. Like, you need to maybe even bring the snap, sack the Void more, because he was already sacked versus the Razor. It's not like you were too much... I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of what the solution
They'll drop
is.
the ults here to get the quick kill on Puppy. Will be a success. The question is if they can get out afterwards. Limitless, dragged back by the Dispose. He will not escape. And looks like Ducalis as well will also meet his end here. We'll get the grave off, but the torrent's out. Ducalis, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. 2 more kills for Secret. As that was Alliance using some of the big ultimates that they do need to get these kills.
Rezo?
Not quite the trade they need. He's just running down the mid, ready to go, chasing out Weehaw. I mean, Weeha's got Desire to back him up. They will turn, and Rezo's getting very low. They will get him. Weehaw did jump forward for that.
He's trying the boars.
He should be all right. Oh, maybe not. Is the ball going to get him?
He's got patience.
Oh, he's fine. Oh, living on the edge there, but he gets out, and they got the kill. I mean, Rezo, he really went for it.
Nico.
Dispose will do it. That's enough duration to leave him no chance to jump any further away.
And Zayats now has Blink Dagger also. It's going to be coming on a courier, so even further way to be able to catch. I love that people have finally, I mean, it's been for a while, but people doing this build.
Well, you prefer this than the Ether lens,
I do
Rush?
not like the lens.
Okay.
I think this build is overall just stronger in most situations. Just because if you go lens, you're a one-trick pony. When you go blink, you have a lot of different potential that you can do. Sure. Lens in this game, though, I could see him even still getting it because you're versus Void,
ripping
people out of chrono and stuff like that.
True.
So, but I meant as blink as a first item. I like the blink overall just because you can make more first.
And also, you know, talk about the Void. It's nice against the Void, right? Because it gives you that ability to sort of, you know, play the mind games. You
Exactly.
know, it's not easy now for Nico Baby to throw down that chrono when he sees you around because you got the quick reactions. You're blinking out before the cast time of the chrono is done.
Yeah. Alliance all kind of sticking together. Feels like this is what they have to do at this point, kind of play as a 4 or 5 unit. Because anyone who shows in a side lane will just die. Weeha? Will they find him?
He's what he can do here.
Then Hawk, go scouting.
He's just out of vision. Should
now.
be, unless they keep hunting. I mean, yes, 15 seconds on the TP cooldown. Rezo's still going to search up here.
They saw his mana too. They saw he was low.
And then with the ward drop, they've got full vision of him.
They got him.
Much as he tried to hide himself around there, Secret resilient with their search tactics.
And they really have something out for Weeha, it feels like this game. He's just like literally all the attention is. But it makes sense because he is the puck, and as we said, he was the big playmaker. He had to do a bunch this game. If the Timbersaw wasn't the one just like defending towers all on puck.
And I think, you know, a lot of people can very much feel the same way. You know, you've had a lot of pucks probably in your game. It's one of those heroes that when it's out of control, it's out of control. It's very frustrating.
That's very true.
So Secret making sure that we are not able to push puck to sort of the hero's potential this game.
I'm glad that they also, like, in a lot of these games, I feel like the puck gets open and there's nothing that people either itemize or pick in order to counter it. Nisha going through the orb, right? They have this emphasis from the Marcy to catch early because maybe their catch could have gotten a little awkward if they didn't shut the puck down early. So, yeah, just good stuff from Secret.
I get a quick Roshan. Alliance, they are relatively close. I mean, Limitless, he's going to step over towards the pit. See what other backup's going to be coming in for him. The Carlis watching from the side here. Maybe seeing if they can start something. I mean, Nisha's already committed with the BKB. X-Mark boat combo dropped down onto Dazzle. Chase Limitless further. Limitless able to get away and was actually able to bring down Zayats. There's the chrono onto the 3. Kisses coming in as well. This is the combo they needed. They take down the one, they'll take down Resolution and Puppey. So here in the second life here, if Chrysalis is going to be under any sort of threat, doesn't look like it. Nisha's here to back him up. So Secret will still be able to chase down, get Desire. Slowly but surely here with the link of Crystalis.
But not bad. Like, imagine this had happened earlier if they were able to get this
connection. This is the potential, right, of these heroes. For most part of the early game, you hit that chrono, Mortimer's Kisses combo, people are going to die. But at this stage, yeah, you need that to happen a few more times.
Exactly. They needed this to happen like every single time chrono was up from the earlier stage in the game after lanes. But now at this point, yeah, power's all dropping. Everyone's so tanky. Nisha's level 18. 3,000 HP on him too.
We'll see it again here, this fight.
They all have BKBs, right? Like Secret, their cores have BKB, so they just charge through.
Yeah, and they were able to, of course, secure that Roshan, that Aegis before they were sort of pulled into this fight that Alliance wanted to start. There's the combo that we're talking about, getting the job done, but of course, Chrysalis, with that Aegis, more than ready for round 2, so outside of just Resolution and Puppey going down. And at this point, once you've used the ults as Alliance when you're behind, you got to get out of there. And unfortunately for them, Secret are very good at chasing those that try to run with the heroes they have.
Yeah. All things considered, though, I'd say that's like one of the best situations that could have probably happened at this point because the game is just looking near impossible because of how ahead the Secret has gotten from the lanes. And just, yeah, their heroes just naturally tank up so nicely versus this kind of limited damage until the later stages when Void, it becomes his own damage outlet. Yeah. Because he has no buff ups either, right? Like the Void, it's not like he's amplified at all. So he just needs to have crazy farm to be able to dish out that damage if there's a... Weeha. Nisha is just always looking for him.
And he's ready. Orchid into the full combo. Gonna be quite enough damage straight up with the initial burst. Jump into the trees though, they'll look to continue to search. We are in that little bit of a corner surrounded by those trees towards the wall. We'll give him enough space to hide and jump up the map.
Zayats is looking to still chase though.
He's actually going to find him once more, but the orb is back up. 5 seconds until the TP is available. Weeha, surely he's fine here.
Dude, does Zayats and Weeha have beef or something? Because Zayats is literally just chasing him the entire game. Pretty funny.
Weeha will make it out. Top lane to Carlis. He's met sort of resolution, and his army of ancients here with the Black Dragon takes him out.
Oh, they found Nico.
He has got Chrono and Time Warp. Hasn't actually got a TP.
He got caught from the ward. That top ward, I think he was trying to TP.
I mean, we'll see if this Chrono's going to be enough to buy him time to escape. Another Time Warp. So we've got the vision here upon him with the Hawk. Zayats with that blink. Good chase. Time Warp back up again. You see the wraparound coming.
Trying.
He's ready to come in and smack him with the hammer here. Slow him down a bit if he can. But Nico Baby reads it. Jumps to the side into the trees. Zayats.
Meanwhile,
He will find him.
Nisha's just solo killing versus 3 heroes. He kills the puck.
Tazar will be able to CP out, but indeed the 2 cores of Alliance dead again. Nico Baby and Weeha out of the game once more. Both out for 40 seconds. No buyback either. Could give Secret some time to put some extra pressure onto these lanes. Maybe get set up to take that final tier 2 tower top.
Nisha is a monster. Level 21. Bloodthorn finished. It was 3 heroes versus him, and he just killed the puck by himself. That is... Yeah. I mean, this is, as we said, impossible for Alliance. Secret now full control, and... Yeah, back to the drawing board, really. As we said, like, Alliance, their draft looks okay. It's just... Of course, they're versus Secret, which is one of the better teams on the rise.
This was going to be a tough matchup.
Yeah, they've got to find something else that'll fix this. Because they even tried to get the lanes, you know, they'd swap these lanes up to get these matchups, but...
And so you're sort of, what you would like to see from them in the next game was maybe more focus on Wii in the early game, protecting his start, compared to sort of keeping extra support down on that bottom lane, trying to hold on to the safe lane as long as they did?
If you are completely reliant on that, on like the mid hero making all the plays in the game, yes, I think a lot more emphasis on making sure that he has a good game. Because now it's like, as we've seen the last, like, what, 15, you know, for the whole game pretty much, because he's shut down, their only option to make plays is like a Chrono Kiss combo, because the puck, every time he does anything, he just gets killed.
Sure.
So, yeah, I think they had to put more emphasis onto him, but maybe it wouldn't have even mattered. The Secret just seemed so many steps ahead.
Outside the base, Secret very much ready to make the next move, but of course also not under any pressure to do so.
No, they're chilling. I mean, they literally have full map control. They have a Beastmaster too, so anybody steps outside, they see it. Alliance is, they're not even going to be able to like, step outside the base, really. Like, is a tough one. Nico Baby almost has BKB, so at least one thing that will be able to protect.
Still the threat of the Roar and all these defensive, these saves that the Secret have are going to make the life of Nico Baby very hard in these team fights.
And it's like, where's the damage now at this point? Because they're so far behind, everyone's so tanky, and there's the Omni who has all this healing he'll provide. Yeah. It is tough. Seeing more itemization, more tankiness coming out for the side of Secret. We are seeing the lens for Zayats, as we mentioned, you know, in the later, you know, after the blink. Be very valuable. Yeah, Satanics are going to start getting online now for the side of Secret, and yes, damage is just going to continue to be that issue for a lot. Weeha, he's the only one who really can venture a little bit out onto Secret's side at all, but even still, he has to be careful.
As we've seen all game, the players, the catches they've had have been very, very good. We'll see here, what was it, sort of a quick dodge. Indeed,
nice.
Playing very close up towards the base of Alliance there, but Zayats very much having no fear. He's been able to get away with a lot this game so far.
Weeha's really pushing. I mean, he has to do things like this.
They've got to take risks.
He's
right?
probably going to
in this sort of situation. You've got to go for the wild plays, the really deep moves on the map.
He'll get caught eventually for one of these plays. Let's see if he's able to get away.
And they've got the Roar. They've got the Roar, they've got the damage.
Oh, and his team was running to connect too. And now they're spotted. Looks like they did get a glimpse of them for a second because of that ward that was placed around the Ancients when they were making the way out. Are they getting chased?
I mean, Nisha, he's able to get a grab on anyone. Tries to use that torrent to hunt, but
gives the high five.
Nico Baby's going to drop the Chrono.
Okay.
They have got the kisses. See if they've got enough damage. The save's going to be coming in from Puppey. Nisha's able to put the BKB, and now they'll look to turn. They've already been able to take down Desire. The boat comes crashing in on top of Limitless. Nico Baby having to use his last moments of the BKB to jump to safety with the Time Warp, but Zayats is ready to chase. Nico Baby not able to jump any further as 4 dead, triple kill for Crystalis.
I'm surprised they're not calling it now. That was a good attempt. You know, the Chrono there. I think they thought that Puppey was a little bit further, but yeah, Puppey gets close enough.
Yeah, they brought him pretty low.
Pretty cool.
All things considered.
He's so, like we said, he is so over farmed. Like, he has AC, BKB, like 3,900 HP. It is actually crazy how strong he really is. And that is actually right. Was that right after the 25-minute mark kicked in? So yeah, that was right after the double bracers as well became just a little bit stronger.
we have it now. Up to the base.
Yeah.
Secret ready to push. Ready to look toward the end of this game. See what Alliance is able to pull together here for one final defense potentially.
They're gonna continue trying to hold on to this one.
I'll continue to sort of resume with the play that we're going for earlier. We are just forcing out this top lane as much as he can. Give some sort of space over on their own side of the map, Alliance, for Eco Baby to work towards that next item after the BKB, get some damage online.
Uh-oh, Limitless.
See how aggressively Chrysalis wants to dive, because he may just look to dive both of them.
Bloodthorn as well.
He's ready to chase a bit more. The Cookie will give enough space for Limitless to get back.
And look, Zayats is already on the prowl. He's invis. He's already pinging top lane, looking for someone to come help him with Weehaw.
Here's the backup TPs coming in, the two of them. Supposed to set things up, or already been used. Back up in a second, but Rezo and Niche, if they got anything in time, they haven't. Phase shift and a blink out. Weeha's able to get away without that initial catch. Getting him. Puppy's going to continue to chase him for a little bit. See how long he wants to keep himself entertained with this. I mean, Weeha, he's already out with the TP, so we'll manage to make it back to base. So being able to prolong the game, and again, drawing Secret's attention away from being able to push to end.
It is Secret's only real thing that they have to do on the map at the moment, though, is stop Weehaw from doing that, because there's nothing else that's really happening. That's all. They just have to do that and then get set up and secure the Roche and then end the game. But at the same time, also, that's the only play that Alliance can really do. Keep the split push and hope for some type of ridiculous play from Eco Baby at this huge Chrono Spear 5-man while they're pushing high ground.
Yeah, they have got the combo online, all ultimates to the ready.
Secret's never going to give him that opportunity.
Let's see what they're able to do. And they somehow catch Secret by surprise. It's going to be very difficult.
45 armor on Nisha. Tankiness is just...
You see with that first bit of a poke already. Pretty much taking out that melee Rax.
And they know that Roche is up too, so they're just going to try to maybe finish this Rax up and just go back and get that Roche shard afterwards. Chrono.
And there's the jump. Chrono onto the two of them.
The X is already out though. Nisha pulls himself out.
Nisha was prepared to get out of that one. In fact, they both get out.
They're both out. One gets disposed, the other one had already X'd himself. That was rough.
It's giving no chance here for Alliance to get the kills against them, Secret. As they'll take the top Rax. We'll be ready to swing round for more. And as we've seen, maybe with sort of the hold that Alliance is trying to pull together, Secret are like, all right, you want to keep playing? We'll keep playing as well.
Yeah,
they're not in any rush.
There's no Chrono, no kisses now. They don't even have to back up for the rush. They actually can just probably end the game.
Go second set of Rax.
I think they should just keep going. There's no fight for Alliance left. They do not need the Roshan on Secret.
100 seconds. Very long time until they'll have that Chrono ready to go again.
Eco Baby spotted on the south side.
And get the boat connection down onto Limitless. That's going to be the two supports gone. They'll call it now. GG, it's there. Secret will take this game on. 30 minutes in, 30,000 lead. In fact, even more on the network. Secret, they're having a pretty nice start to the day today.
Yeah, I mean, they did these like lane matchup dodges. They have Beastmaster top in the Timber. Sure, you see like Alliance. This is actually the lanes that they kind of wanted.